why I should have just done that. I didn't need a black screen deck. There it goes to this.
Oh,
Such a
we learn a little something every week, don't we?
Such a beginner. A rookie error.
A rookie error.
That's right.
A rookie error.
Prisoner for AMC.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
98. AMC. PRI.
Yeah. It just comes across as garbled mess to the folks at home.
Oh, it does?
Uh-huh.
What a shame.
Most of the time. I know. Because we still haven't jammed Kazam.
We're going to have to figure this out.
gotta
and then we'll put us
jam
back
Kazam.
on Facebook. You watch.
That's then who's insignificant?
We'll show that.
I think if I had to choose between the two of them, which I'm thankful I don't, but if I had to choose between the two of them, I have to go with Rob Scott, because let's face facts, Bob Doyle is an extra.
C'est le Lounge Show avec Rob Scott et Bob Doyle, deux diffuseurs vétérans qui aiment s'entendre parler et qui réussissent d'une manière ou d'une autre à se supporter. Voyons si vous pouvez les supporter aussi bien. Voici Rob et Bob.
Bob et Bob. But am I Bob or am I a Baba?
I don't know, but
Who's
it is
Bob?
the Lounge, and we've welcome back, boys and girls. The Lounge has been closed for 3 weeks or 2 weeks, or
It's been at least 2 weeks, but yeah, we were definitely on something of a hiatus, but it wasn't intentional or anything like that. It's not like we said we gotta take a break from each other. I can't stand to look at you anymore. Once a week is
Right.
too enough.
It is too enough.
It is
That
too
was a little
enough.
frightening.
But no, I can't. Last week it was a technical error with my internet. I could not.
Snafu.
Yeah, and the thing is, here's a little funny story. So I couldn't. It had no upload speed.
Here's a little funny story.
No
Sit down,
upload
boys and
speed.
girls.
So they come out
Yeah.
to fix my upload speed, and they can't. They were 4 hour. 4 hour. Go home.
Go home.
I feel so politically incorrect doing that joke.
Yeah, well, it's a good bit.
Anyway, they said, and when I made this repair call, this was the oh my god. You know what? I don't want to tell the story. Forget it.
Well, before you do, because I am interested.
It's
No.
9 o'clock on
Right.
a Saturday.
Yeah, if I could have said it in 2 seconds, I could have done it. Hi, I'm Bob. As it says there on the screen, I'm in Las Vegas, as you can see, and that's Rob Scott. He's over there. He's got a little bit of gray hair. He's wearing glasses. He's sitting down. He's got a
Thank
smile. No, not a frown. He's got that clock
sure.
upon the wall.
Is this for the
He's got it
audio
hanging there
version of
for
the
all.
Lounge? Is that why you're doing this when we just send this out as a podcast, a non-video podcast, when we send the show out in that format? That's what you're describing. He's got a little gray. And it is
didn't
when
understand
my
that it
hair
was in
gets
writing.
longer, that little tuft of gray is more pronounced.
Well, tomorrow is your birthday.
It is my birthday. Hold on, I
So
found
to
one.
celebrate that, you're getting the Haley Joel Osment 6 cents.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is the. Dr. Don West in the morning on Z93 Atlanta. This was the FM, or not just him, I guess every FM DJ in the country who had that album. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I all froze up. Okay, back.
Oh, no. Okay, that's too bad.
Yep. Anyway, yeah, tomorrow's my birthday. Today is New Month Eve, as you well know, Bob. and what? Today's New
I
Month
could
Eve.
have been. I just definitely didn't do anything for your birthday, but I could have at least pulled up a freaking rabbit. I mean, I've got animations and everything. Oh, there's so much I could have done for that.
Yes, you could have, and you missed your chance, buddy. You missed your chance. But I will do this because I'm getting a little better at this now. Is
All right.
Share this. It was 43 years ago tonight. Tonight. 43 years. Oh,
My
There
buttons
it
are all
is.
screwed up.
well,
All right,
we
yeah.
still love you. And the Morrison Hotel. It was our first New Month Eve as management. 43 years ago.
Wow.
Today. And it wasn't snowy then, of course. It would have been the end of August, but it's the only picture I have of the hotel. But Lloyd and I and Kirkla and Oak, yeah, everyone was there for that christening New Month Eve. That's the one where Kirkla bought me that bottle of scotch. He gave me a whole, and I tried to drink the whole thing in that one evening, which didn't go well, as you might
No,
imagine.
that
And
never does. That never.
And that's when
hardly
I woke
ever
up
does.
underneath the foosball table at the neighbor's house.
At
This
the
is-
neighbor's house, but that's
Right,
not
you-
when you had pizza in your mouth. That's a different one.
No,
Or is
that's
it?
a Madison. That was Madison,
Okay.
Wisconsin.
But
So
I
same
certainly
state.
conflate those all the time. Where you
Yeah.
wake up under a pool table at the neighbor's house with pizza in your mouth.
No, the pizza was in. We waited and waited in Madtown, and we all pitched in. You know, it was one of those 2 a.m. Dominoes, I'm sure. And so I remember this. It was pepperoni and green pepper. I can tell you
Right.
that, because when you keep a bite of pizza in your mouth for a good 7 hours and you wake up with it still there, you know the flavors. The flavor package has been branded into your taste buds.
That's really, really horrible to think about what all went in chemically,
Yeah.
chemically during
Yeah.
that period of time, and why
Oak
it might
laughed
explain some of your
Many
brain
things.
damage. Yeah.
Oh, sure. That amongst
Oh,
others. And
sure.
I think
Oh, sure.
so. And then 2 weeks ago, because last week we had something, Bob had wires that were snafu'd.
Oh, yeah.
And then two weeks ago, I was traveling back from Utah. Oh,
This
look,
is not
that a lot?
Utah,
Yeah,
by the way, but I wanted to get this on before we got to Total Darkness because it looks so cool right now.
It does look good there, doesn't it? That would
Yeah.
be what, 8 o'clock, Lake Geneva.
I was just
going
going to say 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. And obviously, you can see someone with the running lights going and
Yep.
left or right on your upper right-hand portion of your screen at home,
That's
boys
right.
and girls.
That's right. Sorry, I don't have a little arrow or one of those cool pointers that they had at the. Now I've got those. At the planetarium where they had the. Did you go to the planetarium as a kid?
Not often.
Well, it was like a school field trip. That was kind of on a regular basis that we'd go to the planetarium, and you're laying there and they had this pointer that would point to what they're talking about, and I always thought, oh, to have a pointer that you could point at things all the way over there like a laser, and it had an arrow, which I thought was cool. And I had a toy planetarium for years.
Well,
that
that
had all
answers a lot of
it
questions.
had all the constellations, and it was just a simple thing. It was like this plasticky thing with all the dots in the right place with the light bulb in the middle, and the light bulb and the lights projected up, and then it gave you an arrow. A
Oh, you got your
green
point?
What? Right, I did.
And so I'm sure you were holed up with your planetarium for hours. It gave you hours and hours of delightful
Let
joy.
me tell you something, Robert.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about this in forever, but
Okay.
when I think about the green arrow, it might have been red, but when I think about that and having that and the joy of having that and pointing to the stars in my room, the whole feeling washes over me of like, yeah, I got it. Arrow. Look, I'm pointing to
The
stars.
green arrow. It sounds like a Marvel character, doesn't it?
The green
Or
arrow.
DC. Green
versus
arrow.
the planetarium.
Right. Tuesday nights at 8 on ABC.
Right.
It
it's
only
just-
lasted one season.
But then it gets preempted because of some political thing.
or a sporting event, which Bob doesn't like either.
Right. Oh, the game goes long. I missed
Right.
Hogan's Heroes because you guys couldn't wrap it up in 9 innings.
Hogan's Heroes, man. I watched something about, it was one of those CNN documentaries, which I think they do brilliantly, about the 60s. And I always go to the television episode or chapter first. Because I just get a kick out of how they just represent it, and they talked about Hogan's Heroes. They said, what were they thinking here? I mean, really, they said it's so 60s that would never, ever again would we consume that product. It would even the pit. How do you even pitch it? How do you even? Comedians do stand up about it, but they went on and on about it in this documentary. That only the 60s, late 60s could. Yeah, that'll work.
Like 20
Sure,
years
why not?
after.
Yeah, right. It was pretty recent history.
I mean, truly, it's a pretty dark subject. 20 years later, they're making comedies about it. That would be like, us doing a 9/11 sitcom.
It took forever for Cameron to make Titanic. They took a risk at 20 years. How long
too
did
soon,
it take?
too soon.
Too soon is right. I saw something the other day where Steve Carell stood up at the Mark Twain honors, and they were honoring Jon Stewart, famous for The Daily Show, blah, blah.
Yes,
and Carell stands up, and the first thing he utters, he opens his speech with, oh no, I'm going to screw it up, Bob. I might have just Animal House my own self.
Animal House means you don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, I know what it is now. He stands up and he says, "A satirist is a stand-up comedian who's been dead for 100 years." I thought that was a really good line. And he says, "But Jon Stewart, of course, is not. He's a satirist now, yada yada yada." But I thought that was a good line. A satirist is a stand-up comedian who's been dead for 100 years. And then he went on to tell this story about how that he got bit by snakes for the Daily Show and Jon Stewart. You should, now that I bring it up, you should take a peek at that. I think you'd get a kick out of it. And by the way, speaking of things, you've been pelting me with good AV lately. The things you've been sending have been quite entertaining. I have to give you props.
I still try to discriminate, but I feel like there's a switch that goes off that goes, that's Rob ready.
And here's the interesting part. What's his name? Glick? What's that character's name?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've never dug on that character much, and I found that little clip to be super delightful.
Oh my God, I love Jiminy Glick. But you know what? It just tracks that you don't, because that's just the kind of...
It tracks. It's on brand, is it, Bob? Is it on brand?
Yes. Contrarian.
Yeah. 43 years ago. First New Month Eve.
Yeah.
43 years. Holy crap.
I know.
And the reason I know that is I was going to turn 20. And obviously, do the math, tomorrow I will turn 63. Where the hell did that go?
Amber likes to remind me that I'm 42 years older than her.
Oh,
42.
That stings a little, doesn't it?
It is, because, man, I don't feel like there's that much of a, we still can talk, but that seems pretty ancient. Yeah, that's pretty.
The other day and yesterday, as a matter of fact, I helped. I was moving some boxes with Kim, my ex, as you know. I'm helping moving some boxes. Can you handle that? And I'm going, they're like talking to me like I was my grandpa, even though I never met my
That's
grandpa.
when you know. That's when you go, yeah. You start working it now. Oh yeah, it's just a little, and then this time next year you don't have to do jack.
Oh, I never even thought of that.
You got to start working this. Yeah, that's right.
Yes, that's good. Oh, that's delightful. Oh, I love that.
Now's not the time to be like, no, I got this. Now you go, wait a second.
I got it.
60,
what do you think? 60?
This is 63?
3.
Yeah, okay, because I would not let 64 go without a song, right? There's just no way that when
it's
I'm 64...
like you would have never let a New Month Eve slide by the lounge show. You would never
every single time. I do it more often than I do. I think
it don't happen that often.
Maybe we've acknowledged it once, but it is interesting. We do send we've landed on. I think we've landed on Christmas. Maybe I think we've landed on maybe both of our birthdays. Is that possible? I'm pretty sure we've landed on mine. And ours is like, I'm a 1, you're a 8. I'm sorry, the other way around. You're a 1, I'm an 8. So we've got that 7-day difference. So we probably land on the same week, same day of the week sometimes, maybe.
Right.
I don't know.
And, and you're 59 this birthday. 59.
That's correct.
Yeah. Right, because you're 1 year younger than Kim. Not that she gives her. Maybe she does give a rip that I just told all 3 people who consume this product that she's going to be 60 at this birthday. Which, by the way, it was interesting because I had a situation. One of the things she would like to do is go see that. What happened?
I just realized that in addition to all the other crap, we don't have comments. I'm going to see if I can get.
Oh, no. I can see Tracy. Old TV is funny, she says. Yeah, look at this. Tracy's been there for a while. I haven't even read. Happy birthday, Rob. Thank you, darling. Photo from your bed.
What I mean is they're not showing up on the... Okay, because I knew that she was going to be listening, but now
She's great. She's been putting boat emojis up when the Hogan's Heroes... Oh, she's totally engaged here.
I don't know what the hell happened.
Well, thank you for all of those, Latbat. Much appreciated. And actually, this is... my line, because Bob has known me for over a long time, that I always say the person that you should give credit to on your birthday is not yourself. You shouldn't make a fuss. It should be your mom, because she did... literally all the work. Yeah. Are you playing with the scroll speed? This is a little annoying. Are you playing
No,
with the
I'm not. Excuse you. No, it's not. That's an illusion.
Be obsequious, purple, and clairvoyant, why don't you?
Yeah, look. I'm not messing with the speed of the thing. So you're annoyed on your own. I
I'm not
simply
annoying
put
at all.
the comments, and now we have Tracy up there.
Old
Old
TV.
TV
Yeah,
is
that's
funny.
good.
Old TV
Right.
is funny. Old TV. Weekend special. Oh my gosh, it's 89 degrees right now, and we had a little bit of rain just a little bit ago. Thunder was heard in the air. It seems to have passed on through, but I don't know. I haven't checked the map. We might have a little bit more coming our way, but generally we have a cooling trend here in the Vegas area, still in the 3 digits this week. But as you can see, we're 92 degrees, and the lows are getting down into the mid to upper 80s.
Wow.
That was genetic.
Okay. What? I mean, that's. Do you want to do that again? Except, I'll play this for you.
No. You missed that. That should have been there.
Yeah, I was trying to get it quickly, and it took me forever to find it.
So
my
I got to
bad.
say, I'm pretty excited because
Yeah.
they went out shopping, and they go to this place that I think it was Five Below where they got this. I don't know. Anyway, they brought me back some gum, but not just any gum. Look, so 1st of all, we've got Double Bubble.
Double
right?
Bubble's good
A
gum.
class-
That's valid.
And
Yeah. Okay. If it's bitter honey, I'll freak out. Bazooka Joe.
which means
There's a
it
comic in
contained.
there.
Yes.
Yes.
Waiting to open it has been hell.
Oh, good for you. Know what? Gosh, God bless you, man. That you had the fortitude and the discipline to hold out, because I want to see if Mort has his
The sweater is time
thing
gonna
over
fly.
his face. Yeah.
Sorry if I can ask. Oh, here we go. All right.
Oh, Bazooka Joe, well played.
All right, here we go. Oh,
Yeah,
the ASMR folks out there. Boy, I
wish
want to
had
chew that,
Bazooka
but
Joe type music.
I want to chew that, but we both know exactly what it's going to feel like, how hard it's going
Is
to
it
be.
pink? Is it pink? It's supposed to be pink. Oh no, it's red, like a red
No,
color.
Yeah, well, I don't know. That
I
could just be
remember
my
that being
camera
pink,
coloring.
very pink. Well, whatever.
It's
Still Bazooka.
whatever. I'm definitely chewing it after, but here we go.
I'll chew for the 4 seconds that it'll have flavor.
I just want to do the Michael Keaton bit so bad, but I won't. All right,
All right, go ahead.
We
Hit
don't
it-
have
hit us with it.
We don't have Mort, unfortunately. I don't know who that. It's some woman. It is the duty of everyone. Well, hold on. I should try to describe it at least. There's a woman. She's standing in front of the silhouette of 4 children, as if
Okay.
she's like a teacher situation, and she
Okay,
says,
okay.
"It is the duty of everyone to make at least one person happy during the week." And then some dude in a hat, which maybe that's Bazooka. No, he's wearing a yellow hat. I'll try and show you. I made somebody happy this week. And then the teacher says, "That's nice. What did you do?" And then he says something I think was pretty clever. "I went to see my aunt, and she was happy when I went home." And then she comes back and says, "What the f-" She says, "Come over here a little bit closer so I can smack you across the face." Then he says, "You old woman, you couldn't lift your hand. You're so freaking weak." At which point she falls over, and then the little stars are, swimming around her head, and then he and the kid are laughing. And now I got a fortune. Use your head, but live with your heart. Let's see if we can. There is just no way you're gonna.
There it is. Okay, I got it. And then I went home. Yeah, the part about falling on heads, I knew Bob was writing his own epilogue.
Oh, that's
That
just on the
actually-
back. Oh, I dropped it. I'd show you the back, but I just dropped it.
It looks awesome, though, to see that style,
That's
style
right.
of art, because I haven't seen that I don't even know how long it's been since I read a Bazooka Joe
I mean, how do they stay so fresh?
well, there's the first question. I have so many.
Both
How do they
the-
come up with that awesome material every time?
Every
they must have a
stick
room
of
full
gum.
of
There
writers.
must be hundreds of this thing out that they've
Yeah.
done by now.
I mean, Saturday
I
Night
wonder how many
Live has
different jokes
nothing
for
on
real.
these guys.
I wonder how many
What's that?
different comic strips for real. Like, how many do they have? They've got to have. They're not writing new ones.
No, I would doubt it. Just like I don't think they're writing new fortune cookies either. The
That's
fortune
right.
cookie people, I'm
Everybody's-
sure, are recycling whatever they have. That's it. That's the stock. It's rotating.
That's right.
My dad I've told you that,
fortune
right? That was
stock.
his bit, the fortune cookie bit that Ralph would do, where he would,
Maybe.
You go around the table, everyone reads their fortune, and when it get to Ralph, he just starts something, whatever it is. Tomorrow you will be enlightened because continued on next cookie. He would do
Oh,
that.
yes, right.
The continued on next cookie bit is a good bit.
I'm pretty sure you've used it a half a dozen times.
Ad nauseum, buddy. Ad
In my
nauseum. You gotta be
presence,
nice
I
to
mean.
me. It's my birthday.
It's gonna be. It's gonna be.
That's fair. So here's one of my new things that I'm obsessed with. I wrote this down. Basic, simple, better artist. You know those little reels that are either on Facebook or you can get them on YouTube, where the guy draws like a dragon, and then a better dragon, and a better dragon, and then finally the fourth one. These are all over the place, and they run it at pretty fast speed. And I am now. Is that all generated? Is that all BS? Or
No.
those
First
guys
of all,
actually-
number one, it's
you know what I'm
funny
talking
that you're okay. Just I said number one. That would suggest that I'm about to say something.
You should. You need to. You got to loosen up. You should have Metamucil.
Look, I
or
just want to
something.
chew this gum, and I got to wait for 8 minutes.
Mm-hmm. So go ahead, tell me your
Now I
review
Animal
of-
House myself with the gum.
I was gonna say artist, a basic, better. And I said,
Oh
"Do you
yeah,
know
no.
what
So
I'm
I haven't seen those. I get the gist of what you're saying, but it's just funny because you say they're all over the place, but they're all over on your feed because that's how those things work. But I like the
Right.
idea, and so I really can't comment. It's probably real. I don't know.
I'll send you a link or something to one of them. The point is, I'm fascinated by the shading. They'll draw an outline of something, whatever it is, and it's really all about then when they add the color is when things take dimension and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm going, that's different art than me. Well, I was never good. You're a good artist. You draw well. I can't do stick.
That's my little guy with the face with the big eye.
Well,
eyebrow.
but whatever, man. You doodle. It's fun to look at them. I mean, I couldn't do any of that crap you do. It's not even crap. You know what I mean? I can't do any of that.
All right, you're right. You're
pick your
useless.
head and
I
you
get
put
it.
down.
You have no
So-
talent. Please, you don't have to convince me. We all
Well, not a lot.
watch the
I've got a
show
little.
every week.
I've got a little talent.
At
I don't know
first.
what. Yeah. Did you jump, Dad? That one caught you by surprise the first time I told that one. That one hit you from left field. That was one of the better ones. That one and Kissing Me. There's a few of them that you just lost your shit.
Well, we also had the ridiculous overplaying of the rim shot. A little at first.
yeah, boy.
And there's that M1 drum, just harsh, just everything was just ridiculous. But man, back in the day,
Yeah, that's so
between the M1 and then you had the K2000, right, or something like that.
Yeah, which that's where liquor was
Bosendorfer.
poured in their beer.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's correct.
That was when
People might hear, and we might get
1994.
back to Dr. Phil.
Hey, I looked at your most recent Facebook picture today because I was going to see what you named us for the show, which is something I do from time to time.
Okay,
I couldn't
right.
find it, but I saw your most recent, and you have this Mr. Rogers look going on there. I kind of liked it.
Is that the one?
You got like a cardigan sweater. You have a lot more gray.
It's not the one where I'm on the bench, though. It's the one where there's clocks and shit behind me or something like that.
Couldn't tell you that.
All right.
Didn't
It was
analyze
today,
to that
though. It was
level.
today. So
Yeah,
I
today.
just-
You did it like an hour before
I just
saw
updated it today, right? Yes. Well, okay. So
But
you mentioned the chair, and
Yes.
and I was going to say because I honestly couldn't remember because it'd been so long. Do I have the chair or not? And but yeah, this was one of these. It was a perk. The from the YouTube channel. They actually had contacted me. This was the second time. The first time I said, "Well, my channel's on AI, and I don't know how I would, tie this in logically." And then later it was like, "I want a chair." And then they came back and offered it again. And I'm like, "All right, we'll totally do it." Because then I had seen somebody else in the AI space talk about it, and it's like perfectly. And it's a cool chair. It has all those cool features. And so the idea was going to be an insert ad, and I was going to pre-record it, but like I didn't know what I was going to do, like show the features in a boring and it does talk through it, but
Right.
then it was like at the last second it was like came up with the concept of doing what I did.
You did like a
which-
Broadway show, man.
I'm
It was
just
like
get-
a Broadway show.
a Broadway show. Well,
It was.
I have it. I happen to have it right here.
No,
Yeah.
really? You brought it with you
I
tonight?
brought it. I
That's
had it
great.
in
You
the
brought
trunk
it
of my
out from
car, and I
behind the
thought,
curtain.
Hey,
You brought it from the green room up out here onto this on the set.
That's
you brought
right.
It out
So-
onto the, okay.
so let's, even though you've already seen it, let's for
No,
the
I
archival purpose
run it.
sake, we'll run it and that's it.
Now, before we get into everything, some of you keen observers may have noticed that I'm sitting in a new chair thanks to our sponsor, eWin Gaming Chairs. They must have seen my videos and said, that guy looks uncomfortable. What is he, 58? His neck probably hurts, his shoulders probably hurt. I mean, what kind of chair is he sitting in? We've got to help him. And I've got to tell you that this chair has changed my entire working life because I sit hours in this spot and I've been dealing with numbness in my legs and all kinds of pain around my head and shoulders, calluses on my wrists because my arm's at a bad angle. This chair has changed all of that. And if you sit on your butt all day too, you need to learn about why this chair is so freaking cool. But let's make this fun and use a little AI creativity to explain why this chair is so awesome.
I love my eWin gaming chair, and I will tell you why. I've got a million reasons which are not in short supply. Of course, the chair's adjustable up and down. It spins and it spins and it spins all around. The armrests rise and fall with ease, or left and right, whatever you please. And speaking of comfort, when you need a little nap, you'll pull that magic lever and be sleeping in a snap. The lumbar pillow's got your back. The neck pillow needs no strap. It's magnetic. Overall, the eWin chair's a heck of a machine. Yes, overall, the eWin chair's a heck of a machine.
And right now, you can save 20% by entering the code DOYLE at checkout.
Now, before we get into
Okay.
There it is. Yeah, it's a Broadway spectacle. There's music, there's like dancing, there's all kinds. There's choreography.
Deep choreography. That's a term, by the way. That choreography, that was some deep choreography. Yeah, that's what all the people. That's how you talk about
that's what
choreography.
the kids are saying.
It's either
these
deep
days.
or it's like not. But I mean, yeah, that's a pretty deep.
So I
choreography.
will go to 11:58 like I do every year. One of my annual traditions, buddy, just like steak and eggs, to kick off the year as the first meal, is to wait till like 11:58 this evening before I send in
the clowns.
the state's money to renew my tags. Right up until 1 minute to go is before I'll show them. And it's just something I do. It's a ritual.
This is how your brain works.
This is how my brain works.
You
And
shop
so
for
it's
coffee
not-
mugs online,
Yeah.
and you stay up till 11:58, so that
On-
you
on
can.
Blue
What
Monday.
is that? Is that like sticking it to the man? Is that what that is?
Of course, it's a double stick. It's all kinds of sticks. I'm sticking the man many. Yes, and it's of course I'm not sticking it to the man because the man still wins. I went and got the emissions test, which is just money that you might as well wipe your butt with, and then you send in a renewal so that you can be on the roads. However, this is only the second year where they had it all built into the buy. Now that's what they do here in Georgia. You don't have to send in this graduated less each year value of your car percentage. You just send in $22 or whatever it is. When you buy a new car or a used new car now, it's all built in. You only have to you eat it once.
What?
And then every year now it's like $22.
What?
Yeah. It has nothing to do with the value of the car. They hit you in the front on the front end, probably when it's worth the most, and then they, I'm sure they're getting their money, buddy. I'm not worried about the fact that Uncle George is getting his money.
And with those words, I am the hell out of here. I had enough of this foolishness. Thanks for nothing.
You've been watching The Lounge Show with Rob Scott and Bob Doyle. Airs every Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and tell your friends and family to do the same. After all, we'd do it for you if you had a show. Probably.
Total protonic reversal.